Waiting for us on the line is the director of the Rockford Regional Office of the Better Business Bureau. That's our friend Dennis Horton. Dennis, good morning to you.
Good morning, Riley.
How was the weekend?
Kind of low-key for Labor Day.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, nice.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. You know, if we could have tacked on 3, 4, 5 extra days, that might have made it a little nicer. But, you know, what are you going to do?
It was enjoyable nonetheless.
That's right. We'll just look back in the memory banks. All right, let's talk about some things that'll save some people time, trouble, hassle, money, all that goes along with it, including shoppers being shortchanged in checkout lines.
You may have noticed recently at checkout lanes, signs posted credit and debit cards only.
Right.
Apparently, there is a shortage of change. And when you go to check out, mainly because we have changed our shopping habits a little bit because of COVID-19, and we're not going to the stores using hard green cash as frequently, there isn't as much change being distributed around the country. It's not just here in Rockford, but everywhere. But what we have found, there is evidence that there's some less than scrupulous retailers who, when you go to pay with cash, the teller tells you they can't make change. So your options are to either leave without your purchase or forego your change.
Right.
I understand the shortage of coins is real, but the fact that there are some shenanigans, let's call them, among some retailers, are leaving people walking out without their change. You know, so a dime here, a quarter there, and then before you know it, you're talking a whole bunch of money for bad people. So what we are suggesting, in some cases, what they will also tell you is that while you're forfeiting your change, we're giving it to charity. Well, what is the proof of that?
Right.
So when you are planning to go shopping, the best thing to do if you're going to be paying with cash, make sure you grab a handful of change out of your piggy bank and take it with you so you can make exact change and not have to forego your money. Sometimes it's $10.02, and you're walking out leaving 98 cents. Who wants to do that over and over again? So either take change with you or use your debit card and your credit card. And if you are told that it's going to charity, ask for proof. What charity? If it's not a charity that you want to support, of course you don't want to leave your money. And if there is an argument about it, and you want your change, ask for a store credit for your change that you can use at some later date.
I hadn't even considered that, but yeah, I haven't had it happen to me yet, but I've been reading online. I see people on Twitter mentioning this, that they stopped into places, they paid with cash. Oh, I'm sorry, because of the change shortage, we can't give you any change. All right, if we just, round that up, or we'll give that to charity. And, at that point, 9 people in line behind you, what are you going to do?
Right. And unfortunately, I mean, it for some charities, it's probably going to work out well. But then again, there's proof that it isn't working out well for all shoppers. So be prepared if you're going shopping using cash.
Good idea right there. And, as soon as people start to get out and about a little bit more, this change thing will begin to take care of itself. But for the time being, it's not a shortage. It's just all located in, people's buckets, in their pockets, in the coin cup in their car. It's just not in circulation.
Yeah. One of the I have a huge jar of change, and where do you get rid of it? You take it to the bank. They no longer have the change counting machines. So I'm wondering what do you do? Put it in rolls yourself? I'm not sure.
I'm not either, which is why I'm just letting it collect with some dust and pocket lint for the time being.
That's right.
That's where we sit right now. What about fake websites for personal financial planners and investment experts? This sounds pretty insidious.
This is really, to me, this is very scary, especially right now when you're watching market fluctuations and you're keeping a pretty close eye. Or if you now are realizing you're a young person, you realize that I should start getting active and finding a financial planner so that I can live well down the years. Well, we have seen in August there has been a 50% increase in reports to our scam tracker on fake websites. And many of those websites are for financial planners and financial experts. And what the crooks are doing is that they're doing what's called scraping, or they go online and they find a picture of a financial planner, and then they scrape all of the information for that financial planner, set up a phony website. And when you go to click on that that website and put in the necessary information to set up an account with that financial planner, you have now provided the crook with all the information they need to completely wipe you out. It's a very scary proposition to many people, especially obviously for financial planners, but for us to get the word out, it's that this is happening, and it's happening at a rapid clip. So if you're online and looking for, and many people do that, they Google financial planners, and up pops 100 or so different websites. You got to be very, 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 very careful in doing that.
Yeah, I would think that perhaps reaching out via voice might be a good idea before you start putting stuff down on a web page and firing it off into the ether.
Exactly. If you're right, Wiley, and that's a very good suggestion. If you find someone on Google that you'd like to use in your community, don't fill out the information online. Call them first and make sure that you are dealing with the appropriate website and what you should look for in their URL to make sure that it is in fact the website that you want to use, or simply do it on the phone or make an appointment if they are taking appointments.
It's pretty brilliant on the part of the scammers, though. Well, let's just set up a financial page so that way they'll give us all the account numbers, they'll give us all the balances, they'll show us where all the investments are, and they think we're on the up and up.
Yes, and you lose everything, and then you have provided all the information they need to set up other accounts in your name, credit card accounts, bank accounts, and then you are the person, if some crime is committed using your information, you're the one who's going to have to try to prove it wasn't you.
Oh, boy. What? Yeah, that's the stuff big-time messes are made of right there. So, yeah, reach out, make contact via phone or in person rather than just grab a web page and go, well, I'm sure this is legit, and start throwing your information down. Right.
One of the red flags is if a financial expert or an advisor calls you out of the blue or emails you with an unsolicited email, those are immediate red flags. The legitimate guys don't do that. You probably received, Riley, invitations from some financial planners in the mail to join them for dinner.
Yep.
Those things are perfectly legitimate and perfectly fine because you're going to be dealing with someone in person that you know. The phone calls and unsolicited emails are a scary way to do business, and they don't do it that way. And always, as we warn, you don't click on links in any emails or texts or on websites unless you know who you're dealing with.
Yep, keep that one in mind. Don't put that information down because that'll really get you into a jam. And finally, storm chaser tactics.
This one, we talk about it now it seems all year long about storm chasers from one disaster to another. But right now, storm chasers are going door to door, and they're using the free offer for a full survey of your roof. And they will go up on top of your roof, create the damage, take pictures of the damage on their phones, bring it down and show you where it's damaged, and tell you that, well, fortunately, we're here to help you. And if you sort of balk at it, we've been told, if they get very aggressive, and well, you have to be crazy not to want a free inspection of your roof with all the damage that's been happening and all the hail we've had and all the storms we've had. You got to be crazy not to do this. Well, with the pressure, you go, okay, go up. And then once they go up and do it and cause the damage, and then they're there to help you by fixing the problems that they have caused.
It's not far from the concept of, selling protection. We need to protect your business. Well, from what? Well, from us if you don't pay. Oh, okay. All right. So we're going to check the damage on your roof. Well, I don't think there is any. Well, we're going to go up and make some, and then you pay us.
Yes. And if they actually, they're going to ask you for a down payment. Generally, it's a pretty substantial down payment. If they actually come back after you've given them the down payment, generally, you're going to get poor quality work. I'm not saying that everybody is out here doing that, but the warning here is if someone knocks on your door, offers you the opportunity, the opportunity to get a free roof inspection, or if you fear that you have damage on your roof from the recent storms, then contact us here at the BBB, and we'll provide you with a list of reputable local roofers who can come out and do a real inspection of your roof for you, and contact your insurance company and have their adjusters take a look at what the problems might be. Just don't trust someone knocking on your door and telling you that you might or you probably have damage because your neighbor down the street has damage you probably do too. You can find yourself in a lot of trouble that way.
Yeah, so be very, very careful about anybody who knocks on your door unsolicited to begin with. But let somebody up on the roof to take a look at something you yourself can't see and then take their word for it when they come back down that ladder. I did see on social media a few weeks ago where someone, I think somebody in Iowa got someone who knocked on the door who came and did that. And the guy said, well, that's fine. You guys go right ahead and do it. Well, as he did it, as they climbed up on the roof, he grabbed his son's 4K filming drone and sent it up to follow them. And miraculously, they were very, very annoyed by the fact the drone was there, came back down in short order, told them there was no damage, and moved on.
Yeah, yes. Now, there's where technology comes in and helps a lot.
I thought it was a brilliant move. Yeah, you guys go right ahead. Hang on a second. I want to fire up the drone. Just keep an eye on you guys. Make sure you guys are safe up there, or whatever it was he told them. He told them, it was to be worked in cooperation with them, only to find they were very annoyed by the prospect and can't really do a lot of damage when there's a drone shooting high-def footage about 10 feet over your head.
Yes, truly, that is a brilliant move. If we all had drones, that we could really do. We could really probably protect ourselves and our neighbors as well.
But we all don't, so don't let people crawl up on your roof and do that. Call the BBB. Get yourself a reputable person who will do the right thing and do it the right way.
Yes, keep in mind that there are dozens of local roofers and contractors here in our community that will do the job and do the job right for you. Just make sure that you check out whoever it is that you're doing, and we're happy to provide information for you at the BBB. You can call us at 815-963-2222.
Yep, and be grateful that we have the BBB here keeping an eye on all these things for us, because it's a lot more than any individual can do. You guys do a fantastic job, as always. A really informative visit, as always, Dennis. Thank you so much. I look forward to our next get-together.
Thank you, Riley. You have a great rest of the week.
You too. There's Dennis Horton. He's the director of the Rockford Regional Office of the Better Business Bureau.